Hi, I'm Karen Quinn, co founder of Habit Coach. Parents often ask us if kids will outgrow ADHD or executive function weaknesses. They wonder if they can wait to address their child's issues and see if maybe they'll just outgrow them. Well, we used to think that about half the kids with ADHD would get better when they became adults. But the most recent studies show that ADHD and executive function weaknesses almost always continue after a child grows up. The symptoms of ADHD and executive function might actually change over time as a person's brain does continue to develop until they reach their mid to late 20s. So, if you're diagnosed with ADHD when you're a child and you get help, you're likely to still have ADHD as you mature, but it may seem milder because you've developed habits and strategies that allow you to work around some of your symptoms. Now, without help, you're most likely to still have ADHD or executive function challenges, but they will evolve as you age. For example, a child who has weak time management skills may struggle to get ready for school in the morning. But when that child gets older, they may not be able to get their homework done before bedtime. Later, as an adult, a child who couldn't get to school on time may become a grown up who's constantly late for their job or they miss deadlines at work. So you can see how the difficulties evolve as our responsibilities change as we get older. Another example would be a young child who struggles with impulse control. As a kid, they might just shout the answers out in class. And when they're older, they may not be able to stop themselves from interrupting people. A teenager struggling with self control might talk back to a police officer and find themselves in trouble. An adult with self control issues may eat or drink too much, or even worse. And the stakes can get really high for adults with ADHD. People with untreated ADHD have shorter lifespans, go to jail more often, get into more car accidents, get divorced, and they lose their jobs more frequently. Untreated ADHD can turn into anxiety or depression later in life because people feel so traumatized by how misunderstood they are or how little they've been able to achieve despite the fact that they know that they're smart. So it can really get bad if you wait to treat it. It starts out as something maybe small and annoying in a child, but it can turn into a lot bigger problem for an adult. And that's why it's really so important for you to support your younger child or teenager when their challenges become apparent to you. Kids with ADHD and executive function issues can learn new habits and they can make changes that will allow them to just work around their symptoms and grow up to lead happy, productive lives. In fact, a well treated adult with ADHD is hard to distinguish from an adult who is neurotypical.